To your left, on the west face of the passage, there is a rough-cut wooden door. You listen at the door and can hear a rasping sound, which may be some sort of creature snoring. Open the door or carry on northwards.
I really want to know what it is, but I don't want to risk waking it if it's a giant dragon or something.
What, this early on? It could be, actually.
You never know. I don't know what this game's going to throw at us.
Yeah, I mean, there are, maybe not very early on, but there are a couple of points that will straight up instant kill you for being curious, but sometimes it rewards you for being curious. It's a bit schizophrenic like that. It's worth exploring, but in this case, who knows what's behind the door? Shall we just carry on?
Well, I already had that unsafe excursion the other way, so I'm going to be safe this time. Let's press on northwards.
Fair enough, let's go. You arrive at another door. You listen at it but hear nothing. Open the door or continue northwards.
Let's try opening it.
Oh.
It doesn't sound dangerous.
I'm sure it isn't. The door opens to reveal a small room with a stone floor and dirty walls. There is a stale smell in the air. In the centre of the room is a makeshift wooden table on which is standing a lit candle. Under the table is a small box, and using your keen eye, which we have, this piece of text wouldn't come up if our character didn't have keen eye, FYI. You can see that this box moves every so often. In the far corner of the room is a straw mattress. Do you want to open the box? Do you want to stab the box? Or do you want to leave?
I don't like that it gives me the option to stab the box.
Well, I think
I'm gonna stab the box.
it only really gives us that option because we've noticed that it's moving. I think if you don't have keen eye, you only get the option to open the box. So you want to stab the box?
Yes, I do.
Okay, thrust your weapon into the box. Cautiously you open the...
I'm going to have to fight it if it's a mimic.
Cautiously you open the box and quickly thrust your weapon within. There is an angry hiss which is quickly silenced. Looking more closely you discover that you have skewered some angry snakes that were trapped inside.
Oh, those poor snakes.
There appears to be nothing else inside the box. It must have been a practical joke made by some of the orcs. You decide to continue on and head deeper into the orcs' barracks. So you murdered some snakes, good job. Then again, if you just opened it, they would have jumped out and had you, so...
Aww, the snakes were just minding their own business. It wasn't their fault they were stuffed in there.
I suppose you put them out of their misery. They weren't particularly happy being stuck in a box.
No, I guess not.
So, turn northward, continue eastward.
There's another door there. Damn it, there's so many choices.
I know, that's why I love this game. There's so much to do in it.
Let's try north and see what's in that door, I guess.
Okay, north. Further up the passage, on the west wall, you see another wooden door. You listen at the door and you hear the worst singing you have ever heard in your life. You can investigate the hideous sound or continue up the passageway.
What? No, thank you. Let's keep going.
So continue, you don't want to investigate?
No, I hate karaoke.
Fair enough. Okay, so we can either... Bearing in mind, though, that you found useful items when you did your little excursion in the other direction that helped you out getting past those dogs.
That's a good point.
There are things to be gained by exploring, just FYI. So you can follow the new passageway to the southeast or continue to the north.
I don't really know where I'm going.
Well, that's exactly it. Neither does she. You're just trying to find a way through at the moment.
Well, I mean, north looks like it's more sophisticated and someone probably lives there. Let's try the other passageway and explore a little bit, I suppose.
You want to go right?
Yes, southeast.
Oh boy, wish I hadn't told you that now. Right, so as you can see from the map, that's a lot of orcs. You follow the passage as it slopes downward and curves to the north until you find yourself in the at a corner of a large chamber. The architecture suggests that this was originally made by dwarven hands, but has clearly been repurposed by the orcs. It appears to have been turned into some kind of training hall. Dotted around the chamber are a number of wooden posts that bear the marks of axes and other weapons. A cacophonous din echoes around the hall as green-skinned creatures in leather armour either strike the posts with their swords, or each other with wooden cudgels. You guess that this is what passes for a training session amongst the brutish orcs. If I keep to the shadows at the edges of the hall, I might be able to enter unseen. At the eastern end of the chamber are 2 doors. Halfway along the north wall there is another doorway secured by an iron gate. So what I can do actually, I should be able to do, there we go. I can click on the compass and it lets me look around. So there's 2 doors over here on the right, and there's that iron door at the top, and we actually would have ended up here if we come down this turning over here as well.
Yeah, I did wonder about that because I was curious about that path as well.
Yeah. So here are our choices. We can creep.
If we wanted to.
we can creep to the iron gateway to the north. We can sneak to the doors at the east end of the chamber, or we can burst into the room and take on all the orcs with overwhelming odds, or go back the way you came and choose the other path.
Well, this seems very dangerous, and I don't really want to risk disturbing their training, I suppose.
Well, I will say this: if we do burst into the room and take on the orcs, it's a massive fight against quite a few orcs, and more spawn in while you're fighting them, and I can do it. And if you do it, I think the DM rewards you with extra souls. So it is an option if you want. But yeah, we totally... I mean, it probably would be smarter and less risky to... because we will take damage for sure. The smarter option is definitely to do one of the other options, but I am up for it if you want to go in and all guns blazing.
Well, let's just have a quick look at the iron gate at the north, I guess.
Yeah, you want to look at that?
Yes.
Right, iron gate to the north.
Oh, that was noisier than I thought.
The orcs are so engrossed in what they are doing and making so much noise while they're doing it that they do not notice as you make your way to the iron gate, open it and enter the small room beyond. As it stands... Yeah, I knew what was in it. At its centre stands what look like scarecrows, made of battered armour. Their supporting poles sunk in strange arrangement of wooden cogs and gears. As the gate swings shut behind you, the training quintains shudder as they activate, although whether powered by magic or the curious wooden mechanism, you do not know. We have to fight them.
I think we could nick, like, the armour or whatever that was on them, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Let's see. So they both turn towards me. I wonder if I can do a... Do I have an attack that hits... No. Some characters can hit 3 squares in a row in front of them, which would be really handy right now, but I cannot. So I'm going to pick the one on the left, I guess, and just attack.
Yeah, I guess.
Right, that's interesting. So this one turned this way. He's going to attack that way. I think I'm just going to move. Yeah, because that one did quite a wide range of attack there. I didn't notice what he did, so I'm just going to attack.
No.
Right, they're both attacking in my direction, and I'm not sure what range they've got, but those look like short swords, so I don't think they can hit me. I'm going to do Poison Strike on this guy. That should get rid of him. And then if I attack here, that should get rid of him. Oh, one more hit. Oh, he attacked me as well. He did that big swishy thing. I lost... my dice were lower than his. Ugh.
Yeah.
So we took a tiny bit of damage. We took 1 point of damage.
1 damage isn't too bad.
Lost 1 stamina, gained 4 souls. Not too bad. Okay, we killed him. Examining the leftover debris of the quintains, your keen eye spots something else glinting in the midst of the rubble. Gold pieces, yay!
Yes. What do I need gold pieces for?
That's a good question. I can't remember. There are some... No, there is a merchant that you can meet, and there are a couple of characters that you can bribe as well, so gold is good to have.
I thought souls were the currency.
Souls are the currency for unlocking stuff off the main menu. Gold is used actually in-game.
Oh, I see. Okay.
During our adventure, yeah. So, leave the Orcs training hall entirely, or try to reach the eastern end of the hall without being spotted?
Let's leave. We've got 2 gold pieces.
Ah, yeah, that was worth it. Okay, let's get out of here.
Oh, more room.
So, we can go left and through those doors, or we can go right.
Ooh, that looks ominous. Let's go the other way. Follow it west.
Follow it west. You listen at the door and hear angry shouting coming from within. Open the door and investigate, or ignore it and turn back.
Angry shouting. Let's just have a quick look, I suppose.
At the angry shouting?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, going
I
in.
better start exploring. I'm trying to find this amulet and this guy, I suppose.
Yeah, exactly. You can trust me to fight well. I'm an excellent combatant. So, okay, you open the door to a large room. A large chair behind a solid-looking table suggests that someone or something of rank uses this room. So there he is.
Hey there.
Hi.
Hope I'm not interrupting.
It looks like you are. In the corner of the room stands a strange-looking orc with a warty face, standing over a smaller orc. With the whip in his hand, he has been beating his servant, who is whimpering beneath him. So she says, nothing annoys me both than someone abusing their power. So we can attack both of them. We can spring at the orc and hope that his servant will aid us, or quickly leave.
Let's try hoping his servant will help us. Maybe he can tell us where the thing we're looking for is.
Okay. Achievement unlocked. Thanks for nothing. Try and assist the orcish servant. As you spring at the orc, his servant rises to his feet, picks up a hefty wooden stick and joins the melee. But to your disappointment, he attacks you. Ungrateful. Yeah. So thanks for nothing, basically. You got the achievement for trying to help him, but he doesn't appreciate it.
Yeah, I suppose I was a little too optimistic there.
Yeah, don't let it get you down. There are some friendly characters in this, don't worry. But it ain't him. So we still have the option to escape, or we can fight.
I feel like we ought to kill them.
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty vengeful right now. Let's get these guys. Okay, here we go. So I can attack the furniture and destroy it as well. But I won't have to, because I think these guys are probably going to do a bit of that. So they're both attacking in this direction. He's got a whip, so he can definitely reach. This guy doesn't, and so he can't. So I'm going to move over here. Looks like he's...
That whip.
What's the range? I think he can hit 2 squares in front of him. So I'm going to move over here, because I don't know if he can hit diagonally, actually. We're going to find out now. This little guy can't go anywhere, so I'm just going to attack him. Ooh, I could do Poisonous Strike. Nah, don't think I need to. Oh, I should have done left slash, actually. I could have hit both of them. I don't know. This guy might be able to move sideways. If he does, it would be a waste of a left slash. I'm going to move out of the way. Yeah, he did move sideways. And he attacked diagonally. So do you see what I mean about this combat getting a bit more complex now?
You need to figure out their movesets.
Exactly.
Plan accordingly.
Well, at the very least, just try and remember what they did. So I'm pretty sure he can attack diagonally, so I'm going to get hit here. But I'm going to stay here and do left slash, because it'll hit both of them. Yay! And we're clashing with the big guy. We beat him! Yay! So he took damage and we didn't. Looks like he's moving this way as well. So I am going to Poisonous Strike. God damn it! I forgot.
Facing the other way.
Yeah, but we saw him move sideways, didn't we? When he was behind the table. I should have remembered that. Oh, and he attacks diagonally. I'm an idiot. Okay, well, he's going to move sideways, so he's going to go here. There we go. Now we're talking. Right, trouble is he can attack 2 in front as well, so he's either going to attack diagonally or 2 in front. So which way do we go? Or do we clash?
Dang, well... I guess guess the best option is to clash and hope that we
at least
win.
have a chance, yeah. Oh, this is looking good for us. No, not good, it was a draw.
Damn it!
Incidentally, whilst those dice are rolling, if I tap the A button, I can jiggle my dice. It won't help, it's still random, but you can do it.
Illegal.
I know. Right, so I don't think he jiggled, so he's going to move either here or here. I suspect he's going to go that way. Yes. Got it.
We won.
Yay!
Took quite a bit of damage though.
We did. We're down to 12. Not too bad. The green blood of the dead orcs smells foul as it seeps from their bodies. You step around the corpses and investigate the chest. Yes, there was a chest in here, by the way. It is of sturdy construction, made of strong oak and iron, and it is firmly locked. Looking closer, your keen eye notices there appears to be a mechanical trap fashioned into the lock itself. So we can try and trigger the trap, leave it and go through the door, or leave it and go south. So we can either go back through the door we just came, we can go down southwards into the room that way, or we can try and disarm this treasure chest.
We don't really have anything that we can use to disarm it, can we?
Well, we do have the fact that we know it's trapped. That's quite handy.
Let's give it a go. I want what's in that treasure chest.
I thought you might. Let's do it. There we go. Stepping to the side of the chest, you break open the lock and swing the lid open. Your suspicions were confirmed. A soft click comes from the chest and a poisonous dart flies out, harmlessly hitting the wall on the other side. Now that the chest is safe, you can inspect your prize. Well done, Bee.
Cool. What do we get?
Leaning in, you look inside the chest to see what has been guarded so carefully. What is it?
Tell me what it is.
A stash of gold pieces, and the label on a bottle shows it to be a potion of invisibility, good for 1 dose. So there we go, we got 25 gold pieces, and we can take the bottle or we can leave it.
There's a potion of invisibility. Let's take it.
Definitely take it, that thing is super useful.
Yeah.
You take the potion of invisibility. What a find! This will definitely come in handy during your adventure. I can tell you it will. What I will advise you with the bottle of invisibility is that it's good for 1 use. There are a lot of places that you could potentially use it in this game. So bear that in mind. If you get given the option to use it, obviously do. But also keep in mind that you might come across a situation where it's much more useful to have a potion of invisibility. It's up to you to make that judgment call.
Well,
oh, and there's a bench in this room.
Oh, nice. Let's rest on the bench.
We
killed the boss, so we have it as a safe room, I presume.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. We can sit and rest, we can sit and provisions, leave the room north, leave the room south.
Let's continue. Which way were we going?
I think we should sit on the bench and rest before we go anywhere.
Yeah, that, yeah. I forgot about that.
And I didn't consume rations because I think the natural replenishment will be fine. You sit down and rest. Yada yada yada. +5. There you go. Back to 17. So okay, north or south?
We were going which way? The down left. South.
You want to go south?
Yes.
Okay, I will let you know that if we go south, we're going to go into the room that had the hideous singing in it.
Oh, okay, let's go the other way.
That's where we are. This is all looping around.
Ah.
If I go to the... How do I do this? There we go. If I go to that... There we go.
Oh, right.
So we didn't go through the door down here. You can actually see what's in there now. There's 2 orcs.
Yeah.
They're the ones that are singing. So we can go in there and say hello to the singing orcs, or we can not do that.
Let's not do that, and let's go and continue searching the other way.
Okay. What I like about this game and the fact that it's done in this style, unlike a lot of other video games, is that when you encounter an enemy, you don't just straight up fight them. Like, you almost always get the option to talk to them or to try and find another way of dealing with them. And I find that quite refreshing, because most video games are just like, fight! Straight away, get them! So turn northwards or continue eastwards.
Cool. Let's go eastwards.
Ooh, okay. The passage ends at a solid wooden door with metal hinges. Listening at the door, you hear strange muttering and the clatter of what could be pots and pans. Whatever is in there, there are several of them. Do we go through or do we turn back?
I feel like it might be a kitchen, maybe. I want to have a quick look.
Okay, here we go. You open the door into a large room, which must be the orcs' dining room. It's got so many orcs in it. Sitting around a large table are 5 orcs, busily drinking and dribbling their bowls of rat gizzard soup. All are involved in a rowdy argument as to who will get to chew the rat bones left in the large soup cauldron, so they do not see you enter. There are too many orcs in here. If I blend in...
Let's leave immediately.
I can fight them all, or I can leave.
Let's leave immediately.
Okay. I'm kind of glad you said that. I mean, I can handle the orcs, that's not a problem, but there is a cook in there who messes me up.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why, but I just have a real trouble with the cook. So I'm quite glad you made that choice. Let's go north. Okay, here we go. The passageway leads into a square dungeon chamber. There are 2 doors in the eastern wall and 2 in the western wall. On the opposite side of the room, another pathway leads north. The first door to the right is well used. Putting your ear to the keyhole, you listen and hear a man screaming for help inside. Before deciding what to do next, you listen to the other doors as well. Underneath the panicked cries from someone behind the second door to the right, there is the unmistakable wet slurping sound of a slime beast. You remember hearing that noise deep in the Kalong Marsh. Hello? Hello? Not funny! Open door! The first door to the left is made of solid metal. Listening at the door, you hear the sound of tortured screams coming from within. Putting your ear to the second door to the left, you hear nothing. I dare not think what the slime beast is doing to that prisoner. Maybe I should check that out first. So
I don't know. I don't really want to tackle a slime beast.
So I'll let you know what's behind all these doors. I mean, I won't let you know what is behind them, but I'll let you know what she's just said. So the first door on the right, there's someone wailing for help. Second door on the right, there's a slime beast and someone saying, "Hello, hello, not funny." First door on the left, there's tortured screams, and second door on the left, nothing at all, no sound.
Let's try the first one first, I guess.
The first door on the right?
Yeah, the one with the normal cries for help.
Okay. This is the one I always open first as well. You unbolt the door and swing it open. A nauseating stench hits your nostrils. Inside the room is covered with bones, rotting vegetation and slime. A wild-haired old man, clothed in rags, rushes at you screaming. There he is. Pretty fearsome sight. His beard is long and grey and he is waving an old wooden chair leg. Is he simply insane as he appears, or has this been some kind of trap? So you can either try and shout at him and calm him down, or attack him.
Well, he's only got a wooden chair leg. I don't think he'll do that much damage, so let's try to defuse the situation at least.
And shout at him?
Yes.
Okay. And this is what I'm saying, this is what I like. It's not just combat, you can actually talk to the dude. You shout, "You are freed, old man!" at the top of your voice. Instantly, his ranting ceases. He stops dead in his tracks and sinks to the floor, weeping loudly. As he gradually composes himself, he thanks you many times. Many years ago, he was an adventurer like you in search of the Warlock's treasure. He was captured by the orcs and thrown into his solitary cell as a sort of pet for the creatures.
Cool.
I wonder
Better
if this...
than an arrow in the knee, I guess.
Better than an arrow in the knee. Yeah, although I don't think he had much longer left in here. He looks pretty weak. I wonder if this poor man could give me any other information about this place, she wonders.
Yes. Yes. Information.
You ask him for advice, but he says he knows little. He advises you to pay your respects to the boatman, That's good advice. He tells you that you must pull the right hand lever on the wall ahead to open the iron gate at the end of the passage. He has also learnt that the keys to the boathouse are guarded by a man and his dog. Well, he says he doesn't know much, but all of that stuff is like golden information. You shake hands and he leaves.
What the hell, boatman?
Okay.
Where?
Pay your respects to the boatman. Pull the right hand lever on the wall. The keys to the boathouse are with the man with his dog. Those are your clues. Oh, and we got +1 luck for that. Hooray!
Oh. Nice. What does luck do then?
That's a good question. Can't remember. It might affect dice rolls or something. I don't know. Okay, leave the filthy soil. Okay, you stand in the Orcish dungeon. So now we've got the option of leaving the chamber by heading north, or we can check out all the other doors. So there's tortured screams in the door to the bottom left as we look at it. The second door on the right has a slime beast in it, we're pretty sure of that. And the second door on the left has no sound coming from it whatsoever.
Well, I don't want to try the slime beast just yet. Let's try the second door on the left. The tortured screams one, I guess.
The tortured screams one. First door on the left where you can hear tortured screams. The door is not locked and opens. The room in front of you seems to be a small torture chamber with various torture devices around the walls. In the centre of the room, two small hunchbacked goblins are having their fiendish way with a dwarf, who is tied to a hook in the ceiling by his wrists. The two hunchbacks are poking and cutting him viciously with their swords.
Rescue him.
The dwarf lets out a final scream and falls silent, eyes closed. His captors make disappointed noises and look around angrily as if it were your fault the dwarf has collapsed.
What? Hey!
You must act quickly. I mean, there's no time, there's no timer on this, so don't worry. You're not actually like pressured. You can either close the door quickly and avoid getting involved. You can draw your weapon and fight the creatures, or you can give the dwarf a jab with your sword and put on an evil laugh for the torturers.
That sounds really funny. I kind of want to try it and see what happens.
Yeah, that's what you want to do?
What were they? They were orcs, were they?
Yeah, a couple of orcs.
So, if we do have to fight them, they won't be too difficult, will they?
Oh no. No, we can either fight them directly, we can scarper, or we can be a dick about it.
Oh, I really want to try.
Yeah, you
Let's
want to jab the dwarf with your sword?
Well, if he's already dead, then...
He's not, he's just collapsed.
Oh. Alright, fine, let's just fight them normally.
Are you sure? You sure you don't want to jab him with your sword? And do an evil laugh?
I really want to, but if there's a chance he's alive and we can get information, then maybe it's better to just try and rescue him.
Yeah?
Let's be benevolent. Let's try and be nice.
No, okay, fine. The two evil creatures give a loud shriek as they rush forward to attack you. Readying your weapon, you dive into battle. I will tell you that this way there is a chance of getting information or items. If you had poked him with the sword, I don't think you get anything, but you do get an achievement for being a dick. So there's a dwarf bleeding on the floor now.
Oh, poor guy.
And we have to fight these guys. Right. That one...
Kill them.
Huh?
Let's kill them.
Let's kill him! I'm going to do I was going to do a left slash, but if this guy moves forward, that might not be a good idea. That one's definitely attacking either where I am or in front of me. So I might just move out of the way and see what he does. Right, diagonal. They're attacking diagonally. That one's going to move forwards, so I'm definitely going to attack it. Oh no! He went sideways!
Oh.
Okay, I got this. I'm going to do a poison strike, because he's going to be in range of it whichever way he goes. I'm not going to move, because he's going to attack diagonally, so I can attack him again. Ha! Easy. Oh, poison strike would have been really handy. Oh wait, no, he's going sideways, so I can attack. He's going to go sideways again, so maybe here? Damn it! He went back the other way. I'm going to move here. He attacked. Ooh, what does that mean? I mean, he might be going forwards into there, but I think he's going to come towards me. Either way, Poison Strike should hit him. Yeah. Here we go. You've defeated the goblins!